Hello, my friends. John LaRuffa here with another solo sessions. And in this episode, we are going to take a look at Inventions era of, or evolution of ideas. I know I always say era. Anyway, we are going to play this through from a solo standpoint, start to finish. I am by no means a master of the strategy, or I should say the tactics of this game, but I think I have the rules pretty well down at this point. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, folks, and as usual, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. If you have, thanks so much for that support. I really appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to show you the actual Stone Age setup for the solo as well, because it can be, I don't know if it's confusing, but it's just one of those things that I had a couple of questions on when I was doing it. So now I'll show you. All right, so we've got basically the game set up right before that point of the Stone Age. And we are going to begin there. So the first thing he's going to do is Kronos is going to take the matching, whoops, speaking of setup here, need to put these guys out. All right, there we go. Now, the non-player character in my game is orange, and I am blue, and Kronos is yellow, and then Hephaestus, I think is how you say it, is purple. So he is going to get the mining card over here. So we've got the mining card, and then what he's going to do is he's going to look for the place that has a similar specialty to swap it out with, which would be here, okay? And that's going to be the lowest number. So he starts over here, he swaps out this one with his card. He is going to put his influence token on there. This is going to go out of the game, and then he is going to place a guy there. And that's all he's going to do for the startup for him. Then it's going to come to mine. Now, what am I doing? Well, first things first is, move this over a smidge. I am copper smelting. And so copper smelting is going to be the plumbing one. So where am I going to put that? Let's see. And actually, that's not quite how it works for the Stone Age for me. You get the copper smelting over there, but you actually go for the one that's on the board of your choosing, whichever you feel that you can afford. And so so here's my deal. I've got a couple of things. I've got these 4 gold cards, 1, 3, 5, and 6 for the influence. And I like to try to do this if at all possible because the influence is really strong. However, when I do this, it directly makes it difficult to participate in this. So it's either one or the other because you're taking a lot of guys off the board. And then there's this one, if I can pull it off, and that gives me 10 points. Now, what does that one do? That one is, if you have at least 2 inventions of each type to the left of your society. So this one I think is a little bit more palatable. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to focus my best efforts on these 2 specific goals. And if I fall short, maybe I can pull off the chain goal at the end. We're just going to set these aside over here as kind of a reminder. It's a little bit off board, I think, from your viewpoint, but that should be okay. All right, so based on all that, what do I want to do? Well, I want to kind of put myself in play for those things. And that would mean the easiest thing would be to gain one of my influence tokens from region number 1 right now, which is over here, which is this one. And that would be transportation. And also, I don't mind that because it gives me some extra stuff right off the bat. So we're going to do this. We're going to put these here. We're going to get the extra guy right away. And then, so that's equal to that. Interesting. Guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Anyway, so we put that out here. We've got this. Now we will put our first influence face up in this direction. You don't get the points for it. And I'm going to put a guy out there, I believe. Yes, you do. Put a guy on the map. All right, so that all corresponds to there. We've introduced that idea. We should be good to go. All right, now we go to Hephaestus. So we're going to choose, he's going to be, like I said before, purple. And so he is going to take the, oh, and then I'm going to get one of these here. Let's take the, I already have copper smelting. Let's take this one right now. So that way I have that trade good or trade card ready to go. Okay, so now let's see. Hephaestus, he's going to place one citizen, private milestone matching. We already did that. Starting idea is the one that's going to be matching his private milestone. So that's agriculture. So agriculture is going to be the lacquer. Okay, so lacquer, that's going to replace the one that's similar in kind, which would be this right here. These go out of the game. And actually, let's flip them this way so they don't stay organized. And then he's going to put his two guys up there. He's going to put his one guy here. And he's going to put his little Hephaestus token over there. And that token and this token come with the upgrade. I don't know what they are. They're like the bonus pack. So you may not have that. You might have a different pillar you need to use for him and a pillar for him. Okay, so now the one thing I missed before, which I remember now, and oh, by the way, when I introduced that, I should have put these guys on here. What I missed before was that you need to remove any cards that don't have pieces by them after this step. So I missed that in my straight up solo. These come off, okay? All right, and also, by the way, straight up solo, I do a pretty good job. I did a review of this game and kind of explaining a little bit more about what I was doing and how I was working. For the interest of time, I'm not gonna try to walk through all of that in this one, but I will try to explain a bit of what I'm doing, of course. And as usual, when you're playing a game like this, it is pretty complex, but I don't want to sit here and waste your time just thinking. So I'm going to take some actions as quick as I can to kind of move things along. And in that spirit, let's begin here with our first action where we place pillars. Now, Kronos is going first, followed by me, then Hephaestus. So Kronos is going to take his guy. He always moves to the next spot, and he wants to participate in kind of the next relatively general thing where he'll always go, I present an idea, and if you can't, if there's already an idea, he's going to invent. If you can't do that, he's going to want to share. And if he doesn't have any pieces there, then he's going to innovate. All right, so here he is going to invent. And when he invents, he scores the technology tile related to this number, which is a little different than you do, okay? So he gets a 1 technology. When you do it, it's just different, okay? And I'll walk you through that. But he has scored his, and away he goes. So then we go to me. Now, where do I want to start? Where do I want to lay down my pillar? Well, the best thing for me to do, again, would be to try to think about the goals I'm doing. And also, since I'm trying to do so much with the influence, I want to get an influence discount and things like that going first. So let us think. Maybe the best thing to do would be to begin by sharing an idea up there. And since I'm going to be, I've already got copper smelting going here, which is both of these, but this one will be easier. I'm going to share this idea. We'll get that out. We'll bump myself up in influence. And now I'm kind of poised to do some action over there. And the reason I want to use that one is twofold. Number one, it's an influence spot. It's spot number, actually, that one doesn't help me. That is part of my chain, but I just need to get, I'll move them around. It'll be okay. Okay, so we've done mine. Now let's see what he does. He flips a card. He wants to share an idea too, which is perfect because that means I get an influence, and I like getting influences. All right. So now when he shares an idea, he's going to take this idea here. He's going to move his guy to the next open spot in like this circle. And then he's going to share this steel. It's going to go here like so. All right, now we have completed that first round. So we do this first little interim deal. Oops, come on, Butterfingers. All right, so what we're going to do here is first, If we were in any of these spots, we change it up. I'm in the middle here, nothing happens. So I don't have to worry about that. And then the era changes. You do some stuff for Hephaestus and for Chronos before anything else happens. So at the end of era 2 is usually where most of that stuff happens. But here, what we're going to first start with is he's going to place his guy out. So he's going to move to a spot, the next spot in line here, place his influence token here, score 6 points, get himself on the board, okay? And that's it. We don't do anything else in this first changeover. The changeover after that will be the full one, okay? So then we start right here, and he is going to be the first player again. So Chronos will then move to the next spot, which is spot number 3, which is down here. And since it's empty, he's going to present an idea. All right, so he's going to present this idea right here. And he'll do that like so. And he never gets the bonuses for placing on there. You just don't do that with Hephaestus. You don't do that with Chronos. Okay, now to me. Now, again, I'm not a master tactician yet at this game, but I do love it so I keep playing it and trying to get better. But I do know that it's really important if at all possible to get some type of progress token or wealth token every turn, if at all possible, if you can chain it together. So to start off, to do just that, I want to begin by probably participating in this mining card here, all right? And to do that, what I'll do is I will put this over here on the invention spot. Actually, I can't. I don't have mining. I can't do the writing because origin of language is still good. Same deal here. We all have origin of language because it's sitting right in the common section. So what I'll do is I'll still put that over there. All right. Then when I do that, I will participate by taking this guy over here, and it will flip the card. Now he is ready. And then I will take an influence. I'll set this to influence. Okay, we put that there to remind me of getting, it's not influence. Gosh, I always do that. It's technology. The only way to do the influence is to do the specific travel. That's when you get the culture. I say influence. The culture ones, okay? But we're going to get the technology one first here because we don't have a lot of guys to travel on with anyway. So let's start there. We're good. There's nothing else I can do. I flip the card. We're in good shape. So that is my first action there. And this one goes under here. Then we begin with him. He wants to travel if at all possible, and he can do that. So he is going to do a travel action. He's going to move to the next space. And then when he travels, I always like to just follow the directions because some of these things are just a smidge different. He is going to move to the next area, and he is going to then take this, and then he is going to take the chain. If he couldn't take the chain action, then he would flip this. Does he flip it anyway? He may just flip it anyway. He flips the tile and attempts the next. Okay, if he still has a chain action and the knowledge tile is action side up, he flips the tile and then takes the chain action. Okay, so he does flip it. So he flips that, and then he's going to take his chain marker, put it over here, and he's going to do the call specialists action. And we're going to move Hephaestus to the next spot. I think I need to actually have, at least one of his citizens. So he's got to go all the way around here. He's going to bring him home. And when he calls the specialist, he is going to then take a progress tile, mashing this. So he's going to take this 5 technology, economic progress tile over here. All right, and then he is done with his turn. So we have done a full round now. And I should have put this out here when the time comes. That's what you got to do. Okay. Next move. Next move is going to be Chronos. Chronos is going to walk over here, and he is going to invent because I've already presented an idea. So he invents. When he invents, he is going to get the number 4, whatever it is, technology tile. Okay, so he gets 4. And I should have, way back when, made a choice. I'm getting a little, I need to slow down, playing a little aggressively, a little fast here. I'm going to choose the 3, okay? Swap it there. All right. Now, so he's done his deal. Then it's up to me. Okay. So I placed my next pillar. I can place it in any of these spots. If I place it here, he's going to get points. I don't really want to do that. I don't have a good spot to do everything I'd like. What I do have a travel action, so this is good. Except it brings a guy home, so I don't have anybody to travel with. So I just got to get guys on the board. And probably the best thing to do would be to send a diplomat and do some knowledge sharing. So I'm going to send a diplomat, take this diplomat here, and remember I wanted the mining one? I still want the mining one. The reason being, do I really want the mining one? It is reflective in my goals here, so that wouldn't be bad. Also would be one of the, yeah, I do want that because that would be an invention I need. So I'm going to put this over here. Or I'm going to do his mining. I'm going to back his mining up. And because we're in the same era, I don't have to worry about him getting anything else or points or whatever. And then I get to take this action, which is to add another guy to the trade, which is fine with me. All right, we're good there. So then he's going to do his second action. What does he want to do? Well, he wants to share ideas. He can't do that because he's got a pillar there. Then he wants to innovate. He can do that, and that's awesome because it bumps me up to my next spot, which I'll put this over here just to remind myself I have two now. And when he wants to do that, he is going to look for the next spot that's been invented, and that would be this over here. Should have been flipped. He is going to come over here and he is going to innovate. And when he innovates, he puts a guy there. And I think that's all he does. Yeah, if there's a chain action, he'll keep on going. So he's going to try a chain and he's going to then bring a guy back. He cannot bring a guy back because there's nobody left. So he doesn't do any more chains. It's over. Okay. Round 3 of this first or the second era. So now I've got to move my big pillar. And in order to move, what I really need to do here, I don't see a good way I'm not going to be giving him some type of points. The way he's scattered and everything else, it just looks like it's going to happen because I really don't want to send a specialist home. Although if I do send a specialist home, yeah, see, then I can travel, but it's not going to help. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the Eureka action, and that will at least help me kind of get things moving a little bit sooner here. So we're going to put this out, and we're going to stop my cats from fighting. All right. So this comes down. This goes up. Now, which one do I want? Well, I never took the one that I should have taken when I offered that up. I'm going to take this sundial. That way it has no bearing on the game. And that means I want mathematics. So we'll put mathematics over there, and then I take a guy from here and put it up there. So is that all for the Eureka? Yes. So you move the private, take a new milestone, place it on the a citizen on there, and advance your era token to get the benefits. So this is always the interesting one. If I go earlier in the turn order, it's usually going to be better. If not, I'm not going to take that one yet. I actually want to add people to the map. So I'm going to add somebody, any place on the map, and the first place I want that influence token is going to be on influence spot number 1. Well, I've got that. So when this invents, I'll have stuff there. When this invents, I'll have stuff here. Here's my problem with flipping things. So let's see. This space is space 4. 4 is not on my 1, but 3 is. So I'm going to put this guy here because that way, when it's time to call people home, I'll be able to call them home and put in an influence tile there. So I like that. All right, so we just did, let's see. So that's the Eureka action that I took. Okay, and then there's no other chaining or anything of that matter. It's over. So then we go to him. He is going to want to share ideas, which he can't. Then he's going to want to do this action, which he can. So he's going to move his pillar over here. Oh boy, this is getting real lucky on me, my part. I'm getting a lot of influence from all that. And then what that's going to do is it's going to then initiate his diplomacy. So he is going to place his diplomat on the first milestone without any of his diplomats counterclockwise from his private milestone. What that means is it's going to go this way, which is why I put it so that he is purple. Otherwise, he always puts it over there. And the reason I do that is because in that case, yeah, he is going to get the 3 points, but I gain an influence because I'm ahead of him. All right, he gets the 3 points. Okay, and then we should be good to go there for his third action. It was a share or a send diplomat action. So there's no other chains. Okay, so that has completed our era. Now we do the era switch. So the first thing we're going to do, we got to get these out here. So this is going to give him a second chain action ability. We're going to go over here to the era change, and we're going to shuffle these to the bottom. So you shuffle these up, put them on the bottom of his deck. Then, let's see. So we did that. All right, Kronos is going to place his influence, and he's going to look to see where he doesn't have an influence yet. So where is he? He's up here. He goes to the next spot, which is spot number 5. He doesn't have an influence. He gets the best points no matter what. So it's going to put him at 13. So he's clobbering me so far, but I'm going to come back here, I swear. All right. And then he scores the IP indicating the most valuable. So we just did that. All right. And then he's going to do his advance here. So this is going to be like the Eureka kind of setup for him. He's going to move this mining over here. He's going to take the right one over here. He's going to put this over here. And then because there is the non-player is going to move. Oh, and he takes this guy up there. The non-player is going to not set that out. He's going to push this down. And in this case, then, the Eureka step has basically been done a little bit early. And I think that that's all still legit to do and no problems. But you kind of seem like you do it in that first thing here. And then, okay, so we're good there. Now we'll do the actual adjust turn order. He is first already, then me, so we're good. Next thing is going to be adjust the influence. Well, I'm here, so I lose 1 influence for being up in that band. Then if I had exhausted anybody, which I didn't, we would stand them back up and bring them over. Then we will remove our little pillars. These come out. He gets 2 points by putting the sage back. And if I had economic tokens, I would put those back. Then we would do the Eureka, which we've already done. Then we get rid of old ideas. So there are no old ideas yet because that doesn't really happen in Era 3. It happens later usually. So we have completed those steps. And now we are back to Kronos' first turn in round 3. The game has really 5 rounds. The 6th round is the scoring. So what's going to happen? Kronos is going to step here from 5 to 6. He is going to invent. He's going to put this over here, and it's going to flip it on time this time. And then he's going to take a technology 6. All right. Then to me. So I am going to really want to share ideas right here. The reason being is I get myself on the map, but also because I'm going to get this goal. So let's do that. Let's share an idea. So the first thing when we do this is we take these guys, we move them up here. And then I score 2 times 2 is 4 points. He will take this and get the card. He will put 2 up there. And then I get this wealth tile, which is good to get. And I haven't used these yet, but I am going to be pulling them out here pretty soon once I get enough to make the influence not punitive. All right. So there we go. We're good there. Now, what is he going to do? Hephaestus wants to invent. So he can invent. That's not a problem. And the first thing for him, he's over here. So his first opportunity to invent will be this spot right here, if this is available. And that is agriculture. Agriculture, actually, he's sitting on it, so it's definitely available. So he's going to invent that. He puts this guy on there, and then he is going to get a technology 5. And they can never get, just like you, they can never get the same tiles. So they all have to be different. And there is only 2 of every tile in this, so if 2 of them get it, I won't get it, or vice versa. So there's some of that. Okay, so we've completed that. Now we're into the second one. Kronos is going to move here, and he is going to want to, well, invent, because that's coming up next in his priority list. So he invents, and he's going to get a 7, technology 7. Now to me, now would be the time when I want to do some traveling, see the sights, mostly get my guys in order here so I can start to move things around. And also, I really need some cultural stuff, and that's the big deal. But unfortunately, this. So I have an option. I can do this. I can do the work, and that'll be okay, because the first thing I'll do is gain an economy. So I'll set this to the economy side. Then I can bring home 1 citizen from the map and put him on my specialty. Well, this would be a trader specialty. So I will take one of these guys home, and it corresponds to this open card here. So trader it is. And then I can perform a chain action on my cards. Well, I have a travel chain action, which is perfect. So I'm going to put that there so I can do the travel action. Now I take the culture tile. I move 1 citizen to an adjacent spot in the map. So I need to be in 1, 3, 5, and 6. So I've already got 1 taken care of. 3 is going to be taken care of. So I should get some guys up to 5. So I'm going to put this in 5. And being up there, then if there's a sage present, I can take it, which I will. And then I can chain with my second chain here to flip this and take the Eureka action. Now you see the power of the chain stuff coming on. Now let's see what's out here. We've got sailing, control of fire. None of those are great. Crane is going to come out soon. Crane is this guy here that will help me. It's more of a work. Well, I guess it doesn't matter unless I remove the guy. Let's put it out there. Okay, so we're going to take crane. So what we do is we take the transportation off. We slide these down. I take mathematics. I move it over here into common knowledge. I put this out here. I add crane. And then I'm going to take my guy. And this time I am going to go first, because I'm assuming that he is pretty close to wanting to go first too, and I really don't want to be behind the 8 ball when if he takes a Eureka action and gets his act together. So we're going to do that. All right, now, so I got a lot done that turn, right? And all of it was, it started here, and then I was able to chain to a travel and then chain to a Eureka. So that's really cool, and that's what's really sweet about this game, to be honest. Just really cool to figure out how to get stuff done. Now I got to choose these. So the economic one that I'm going to do here is going to help me get global presence. So we're going to do that first. Actually, I want to do this one first, the number 4. Okay? And then on the influence side, like I said, I want to try to make this cheaper for me from removing guys. So I'm going to take the influence for, I keep saying influence, culture 4. Now, I'm actually going to place some of these, okay? So the cost to place, to just do the placement action, is equal to whatever is shown here Like if I didn't have this tile, it'd be 1 influence. But because I have so many of these, I can do it for free. And then the next thing you have to do is you have to look at your current era and see where you are. And I'm in era 4, so that means I can place up to 3 tiles if I wanted, okay? So I still have to pay for it and everything else. But what I'm gonna do here is, the first thing I'm gonna do is place this over here. And that's going to give me another one of these actions. And that would normally cost me 1, but one of my specialists. But because I have built a trade technology before I started the game with this, I get to subtract that. So that's free. That's a free move. I'm going to put this one out. And I'm going to put this one, I'm going to need more stuff. So I'm going to put this one way over here. That's going to give me one of these. And normally that would cost me 1, and it still is going to cost me 1 because I don't have, oh no, I'm sorry. I have one right here, this right here. So it takes me off. I don't have to pay for that. Now, my third one, I'm going to put out this guy, this technology guy right here. And I'm going to put him over here. Now, when I put it in this space, it will cost 1 to place it. And then it'll cost 1 because it's touching a tile. However, I'm putting that in this place to get a -2 discount, so that's also free. I cannot place any more of these out because it's always your era, which I'm in 4 with my guy, -1. So we've done all we need to, but that was pretty effective, I think so. Okay, now, yeah, that's it. That's all I want to do. Okay, so we're done. My turn's done. And those turns can be so long, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't even remember where I was. Where am I going with this? So sometimes that is a challenge with this game, just there's so much going on. Okay, now he wants to do influence, all right, which is good because I'm there. So he's going to do an influential action, very influential. And what's he going to do? How's he going to do it? So he's going to move that spot to where he's not. So the first one is here. He's not there. He's going to take one of these. He's going to get 4 points for putting it on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if there was a citizen, he'd bring it back. There is no citizen. We've done that. He gets that. Now he wants to chain. So he's going to try to chain, and he's going to do the Eureka. So yes, I was lucky. Okay, so the first thing he wants this one. He's going to take, this goes out of the game, copper smelting. So everybody knows how to copper smelt at this point. He's going to take his agriculture. He's going to set this up here. He's going to put paper down here. And then he's going to move to the first available spot here. But because I took that spot, he is not going to beat me out in the turn order. And that's important from what I'm trying to pull off here. Okay. So then we go to the third round of Era 3, and it's Chronos. And I don't think we do anything else. Yeah, let me just make sure. Oh, no. He gains the IP of the era, so he still gets the 4 points. I sometimes forget that. He's clobbering me right now, so I'm hoping that I can come up with a way. I've never really had such a slow start on the points, so this is a little bit rougher. Okay. Chronos. Chronos is going to move. And I hope I didn't just move him, but I think, okay. So now he's going to share an idea. He's going to share this idea. Okay. This comes out. Comes to me. The next, so the next thing I'd like to do is I'd like to get this going. And I think in order to do that, well, I really can't. At least I don't think I can, because I've already shared an idea, and I don't have a share idea down here. So I'm going to be stuck in that regard. Well, what would I do? I've got to move my big pillar. So that means I can basically do one of these actions or one of these actions. There is a share idea up there, and maybe that's what I have to do. I have to send a diplomat and then take the milestone action. So in doing that, that would be giving him points, regrettably, but I don't see another way around it. Everything I do is going to give him points. So he gets 2 points, which we don't need. But then I can get my guy on sailing. So I can take one of these guys. I'll take it from here, put it on sailing. And it doesn't belong to anybody, so I don't have to worry about them. And then take a milestone action, which is going to be the travel action. What the heck? I was going to do share. What am I thinking? But that's okay, because actually I don't mind doing the travel action. I need to do that anyway, because I got to prep myself for this. So I am going to do the travel action. Put it over here. I get the culture, which is also good. And then, because this is a situation over here and there is no sage, I can flip both of these with my chain action, which I have. So I'm gonna use a chain action. I'm gonna take it right back because it's gonna end my situation here. But I get 4 points at least for flipping these over. Now unfortunately there's no sage, but here's 4 points to be had. And this whole deal is I'm trying to set up a situation where I can put the influence in that spot because I need it for my end goal. Okay, so we've done that travel action, and now I have to choose one of these. Now I think the best thing for me to choose at this point would be the ability to have the most people in a spot no matter what, I think is what I want. So if I've got the kingship, that way I can still do the influence even if somebody has more. So I'll take that out, put that in, there we go. Okay, and that's during the influence thing because I'm really focusing hard on that this time. Last move of the era, he wants to share ideas. Well, knock yourself out, bro. You can go ahead and do that. Now I get an influence. All right, where's he gonna share? He's gonna share right here. And it's gonna be this one and this. Now, so he's scored a lot of points up here, but he hasn't collected a lot of stuff here yet. I should say. Okay, so that is the end of era 3. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the steps. So we've got this. We'll do the era changes. So, right, so we've got to bring him to spot number, he's already got a spot on 2, so he goes to 3. And unfortunately, well, that won't matter, thankfully. 5 points. All right. And then, she's got the 5 points. Anything else there? I don't think so. Now we go to the Eureka deal. So he is going to push us off of mining. He's going to take iron out. He's going to put his Greek fire out on the deal. All right, and then we're going to put out these right there. Okay, and then that should do it from that standpoint. Now, the other era changes. So, turn order, I get to go first. We bump him back. Then, I would stand up all my people. Oh, influence. I lose 1 influence for being in this band. I stand up all my people. I don't have anybody stand up. I seem to be really having a tough time getting people out there. I got to work on that. Probably need to take some innovate actions a couple of times. That would help me. All right, so we have, we've done that. Now, I have a camel, so I get a free guy up here in my scholar spot. Put that back. He has he doesn't have a camel, so he doesn't get 2 points. Then the wealth tokens, I never spent the ones because I didn't do that. You know what I realized I could have done? I'll have to do it later, but when I traveled, I had an extra chain, I think. Maybe I didn't, but I could have spent this. I could have chained that together and invented. It's okay, we'll just deal with it. I'll try to do it again next time, one way or the other. Okay, so anyway, all right, those come back, little pillars. He shuffles these 3. Puts them under. All right, and then Eureka's done. And then any old ideas get out of here. So the 3 goes, and then my old ideas go, and then I get to pick some 4s. And I'm gonna pick the ones that I have stuff on. So I know I want the crane. Do I want the crane? Do I have an invention out there? This would be my second trading one. I'm good with that. And then I also need, I'll probably take the catapult because I also have the crane, and why not? Let her rip. Okay, so we are now into Era 4. This game can fly by if you are playing it quickly. And it doesn't take too long. I've played it, you know, several times now, but I think I've really got the hang of it. So, all right. So now getting into Era 4, or D, however you want to look at it. Let's see, so it's me first. And I got to score some points. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Got to get some points here. There's a bunch of stuff that's already full. So the other thing I could do is I could try to innovate, get myself on the board, which probably wouldn't be the end of the world either. And I could take some chain actions in doing so, and that should help. So let's think about that. If I innovate over at 6, that'll help me gain some board presence there. Why don't we do that? So we'll play the innovation action. Now, I have to have, let's see, that kind of guy, but I don't have that kind of guy, so I can do this. And then I can chain the share action, which I want to do. And when you innovate, you also get the guy out right here, and that'll help me get moving on more people. Now, the share. I could share here, or there, I guess, but I don't want to share there particularly yet. I think I want to do this. The only thing is that he is then going to go and he's going to share for me. Let's see what's the best goal for me. Probably to get this one, because then I can start scoring some points for those types of tiles. So I will share here. All right, let's do that. So we're going to do this. It'll be 2 points, not the most beneficial there, but I get that guy out there. He puts his person over here. He takes the invention itself, and then I will get this tile and put it over here. Now, that is the share action. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Okay, so that's it for me on that one. Bring our guy, my thing back here. Now, he is of course going to do exactly what I said. He's going to come up here and he is going to put up another idea in that spot. Not much I really could do about that. And then let's see what happens here. He wants to travel. He can travel, so that's open. And so in doing so, he is first going to move his spot to the next spot with an open sage. He's going to do this. He's going to take the sage. He is going to flip this and do the chain action. Chain action will be to return a guy. He'll return one of these. I think he moves back over there to do that. When he returns, let's see, I think he actually gets... So travel, we do the chain action, and then calling a specialist back. He is going to get a progress tile for the callback. He's going to get one that matches this. It's going to be a 1 culture. So that's the other 1 culture one out. That's going to be it. And then he's going to try to chain again. And so then he gets to share. He is going to share the next one in line, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to share this one. It's a big share for him. So he's going to take 2 times, so that's 2 times 2 times 2. So it'll be, 6, right? Yeah, 2 times 2, 2 times 2. No, sorry, it'll be 4 points. What am I doing? I'm making this way harder than it should be. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And then this goes here, and he takes this, and he will also get this scoring tile there. All right, that's a pretty big turn for him. Now, we go to me again. Now, I have a setup here that will allow me to get this. And even though I'm not the most, oh no, I have to do this first. Shoot, I forgot to do that in my turn last time. Let's, I guess I could pause on it. I'll pause on it and then I'll do it at the end of this turn. So this will allow me to do some moving. I guess I could do this instead. All right, I want to do this. Best way to do this would be to, do we have another innovation action that lets me do some chaining? That's not going to help. That's not built. All right, well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and do that kind of the regular way, and then we'll see what we can do. We might be able to pull off some more good stuff there. So I do have the most here. Because I have this, I don't have to spend 2. Normally I'd have to spend 2 to put this down, but because I have this, I only have to spend 1. So let's do that. And I mean spend, I really mean take back. Okay, and it goes back to my culture guy. This comes out here, I get 5 points. And then I gain influence. I gain 2 influence points, 1 for each of these that's face up, 1, 2, which now will allow me 3, but I can't put that out yet. You can't use that right away. Then I get the option to spend to use one of these chains. I definitely want to chain this one. This will allow me to share an idea. So I'm going to flip this over, put one of my chains on it, and I'm going to share an idea up here. And I think the best thing to do would be, so I'm going to invent these 2, which is, that's another culture, so I don't need this culture, I need this one. Let's share this, and I have the cranes, so that's gonna be okay. And that is an economic one, so I'm gonna need 2 of these guys here. Oh, bummer, I gotta lay down a guy for that, don't I? If I invent it, chances are I won't invent it because he's going to go here and he's going to invent it. So that's okay. I can still share it, but I won't get the chance to invent it because on his next turn, he's going to go there and do it, whether I like it or not. Okay, so I'm going to put these 2 guys down there, and then I get another guy anywhere in the world I want. So I have a couple things taken care of. So if I put him here, is this 4? So 4 is not one of the ones I need. I got 1, I've got 3, I need 5 and 6. 5's nice and tied up here. I'll start on 6. Okay, so I chained that, I shared that. I think that's it. I can't do any more shared actions. Yeah, that should do the trick. He comes back, and now we'll have 3 for the next turn. You do that on the end. Now I am going to do this now. Okay, so I need to pay 1 influence. See, I won't have 3 for the next turn. That's why you don't do that. Okay, and then I get to put these out here. These are going to be important to put in the right spots. This one is going to go here, and it's going to actually, I'm not even using those. I'm going to put this over here, and it's going to cost 2. Plus the 1 more is 3. However, I can use this to reduce that just to be 1. So I'm going to make that a 1. And then I'm going to put this out. And this guy needs to be in touch with all these other ones. So I'm going to put that here because that would normally cost me 1, 2. But I have this, so that's a discount of 1. So I can lay this down and do that. Now I still don't have, unfortunately enough, to keep this going. So I'm just going to have to, I guess, sit there for now. Yeah, that's good. I think I've done what I need to do. Okay, so now it is this guy, like I said. So he is going to come here and he's going to invent this on me, whether I like it or not. And since he does that, he will get a 5 invention technology 1. No one's taken that yet. Here we go. Okay, and then we flip another card. And he wants to present an idea. He can't do that because he's already done that. But he does get to innovate, and I get another influence for that. Woohoo! So when he innovates, he will do some chaining. Where is he going to innovate? He's going to take his guy and find the first space open that he can innovate, which is right here. So he puts this on that spot right there. Then he chains, but his chain will actually be from this card here. So then the next thing he's going to do is retract a guy. He will come over here, pull this guy off, and in retracting that guy or calling the specialist, he will get a progress tile. He will get a progress tile mashing the number 1 space of the trading. So that's going to be this. And then he's going to chain again. And he chains again, and he's now going to travel. So he's going to go to this spot. He's going to take this. He doesn't have any more chaining action, so he can't flip this over. Oh, can he flip it or not? Maybe he flips it, but if he does not have a chain token left, he still flips the knowledge, but does not gain any benefit. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so then we are good to go. Because he traveled. What else does he do there? He gains the progress tile. That's right. So he's going to get this progress tile. He's going to get 2 culture. 2 culture. All right, now he's scoring some stuff, regrettably. Okay, so now we are on to the 3rd move here, and I have to move my pillar. And in this case now, it makes the most sense, I think, to share my knowledge. Now, unfortunately, he goes up 2 points. Nothing I could do about that. But in doing that, I get to bring these guys over here, and that will give me 8 points. He'll come over. He gets the card. And then I get this goal token here, which means that I will get 2 points if I have for each set of these I have at the end of the game. Okay, we put that in there. Now, because I did, oh no, that's not the right one. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. All right. I'm confounding myself here, unfortunately. But that does open me up for what I need to do soon, which is take this influence action on the 5 space. So that's good, that's good. Okay, all right. So we've done that. Now what does Mr. Festus want? He wants to share. Sorry, bro, you can't share. You're already there. So you're going to have to do this instead, which you could do. So you're going to want to place a diplomat on the first milestone counterclockwise where he doesn't have anything. And in this case, counterclockwise would be my crane. And then I get an influence. Oh, I'm not in a later era, so I don't get that influence this time. But he does get 4 more points. Okay. And then that's it. He doesn't do anything else. He just moves that, ignores the milestone action, gets the points. Okay. So, time again for an era change. Here now, we are going to give him his 3rd token. These get shuffled. See, I love how fast this game moves with regards to the play and what you're doing. I mean, for as deep a game and heavy a game as this is, it can really chug along. I probably already said that before, but I'm saying it again. Okay, now, first where we're going to put this. Well, he is going to slide himself here, put it over here, and he gets 4 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then we're going to do the action here. So we're going to get rid of cotton. These move down. Greek fire is going to come up. He's going to take electricity, put that out here. And in doing so, he is going to come all the way up to there. So he will get the first place thing there. Okay, then the other guy will do the same thing. So my guy goes away and mathematics goes. Probably should have figured out how to pull that off. Anyway, I'm leaving. I know I'm leaving turns on the table, and that's why I'm not perfect at this game yet by any means, but you know, we're getting there. We're getting better, I guess I should say. Okay, and then these other two, we're gonna do that part, we'll do the Eureka in a second when we finish it up. Okay, so turn order, he takes my spot as the first. We're back to the way we began. I unfortunately lose 2 influence, 1, 2, right there. Then I stand these guys up and he gets 4 points for his sages. And then I bring this back here. Okay, and then we take our little pillars, and I just did all that. Now, finish the Eureka. So when we finish the Eureka, we add these to the already known information so they come out even though nobody has shared them. Vaccination, terminal combustion, and then ideas F are available. And then finally, we're going into era 4, so all these 4s go away and the 5s come out. And I never got my other one there, but it doesn't matter at this point. I don't know why I can't seem to do some of the simplest things. Okay, so in doing this, challenge is that I've got a guy here ready to invent that, so I'm not going to need any more of those. I need this and this, but I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. This is so hard. I think I fell in that trap again. These goals can be really tough, the ones that you need to get 2 of each of the kinds. Man, and look at me, I haven't even really, I've done like 1 invention. Just hasn't been an action I've taken well enough. Okay, anyway, regardless, we're there. I did all that, it's good. Okay, so now Kronos is going to move. Here, he is gonna share. So this comes, he's gonna get 2 times 2 is 4. This comes up, and then we double up over here, and Kronos gets the G goal. All right, back to me now. Okay, the first thing I want to do is this, for sure. Is there a better way to do it? Well, there kind of is. If I take this action, I can also do this by getting it chained through here. So that's what I'm going to do. But I also, now, John, this is where I get myself in trouble. I need to invent. I need these inventions. I don't know how I'm going to get the ones I think I really am going to get here, but let's invent. Sailing is still one of those. I was supposed to do this a long time ago. Let's just do it. That would give me my 2 of those. Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, so, and I'll show you why I'm going to do that. We're going to do sailing. I'm sorry, we're going to do inventing. I'm going to take, no, I'm not. Don't have the guy. All right. Well, I'm just going to move on to get the game going here. Maybe I can still figure out how to invent. Boy, this will be tough. Okay, let's just do this. Let's take this. We're going to bring a worker home. Unfortunately, it's going to be another cultural worker, and I don't need the cultural worker, but that's what's up in the queue here. So we bring them home, and then I gain an economy, and then I can perform the chain action, which I'm definitely going to do. I'm going to chain action this, and that lets me do this. And then I will be able to put out my influence token here. So I only, instead of having to do 3, I can do 2, or I could do this one and innovate. But there's no spot for me to innovate, so that does not make any sense. So let's do this instead. So we are going to put the influence token. Remember, even though I don't have the most here, I do have a tile that lets me do that anyway. I only have to return 2 instead of 3. Regrettably, they all go to this spot. Maybe I should have shared an idea there first, but I couldn't because I was already there. I don't know. Anyway, so then I get my points, 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Then I get my IP. For these, I get 2 because they're both showing what they're doing. And then I'm going to do this invention just because I'm going to do it. All right, so I chain this together. So let's chain, do the invention, and I get to put one out here. This has been out forever. All right, and then that's it. Now, which economic token would I want to do? I think I want this one because at least I'm going to be able to get some of these going, which I need to. I'm going to spend that 1 influence, and I'm going to start putting these things out now. So the first thing I want to do is put this here. It's free because I have, normally it costs me 1, but I have 1 left, but then it touches 1. So it takes 1 to do that. But I have this, so I can put that together to make it a free place. Okay? So we're going to do that. Then, I can't use this right away. This is what's a little screwy with these tiles. I have to wait to use this on step 1 or step 2. So I can't do that right away. But what I can do next is I can put out this gold tile, which I want to put out over here. And normally that would cost me 2, plus 1 is 3. But because I'm putting on the -2 space, I'm okay. So it only is going to cost me 1. And I'm going to exhaust one of my many cultural guys there. So that way at least I can start scoring for those at the end of the game. All right, now, could I fit any more out anywhere else? Could I put this out? What would this do? How would I do it? I think I can, because I've got a lot of guys. So what I'll do is if I put this up here like so, I would gain one of these, and it's going to cost me 2 plus 1 is 3. So that's 3. So I could go 1, 2, and in order to do the sailing one that I was talking about, I would know, what was I talking about? Because I've got this and I've got that. So I do not want to do that. Oh yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah. So I need an economic one. I don't even have that. So the other one I could do would be the mathematics, which I could do. So that's legitimate. So I'm going to exhaust this one for my other one. I think that's the 3. I think I just counted it right. Okay, should be good to go. That should be the end of my turn there. If I had any more chain actions, I could use this, but I don't. I'm out of chain actions, so we're just going to put these back. Phew! All right, so that was all stemming from this. And that was turn number 1. Now here's his turn number 1. He wants to invent. So he is going to invent, and he is going to do it right where I was going to do it. Well, yeah, right where I was going to do it, but that's okay. And now I was going to do this. Okay, so he invents sailing. This is, yeah, that's right there. And that will get him a number 1. Does he have a 1? Nope. He gets a number 1 tile. All right, now, and he put his guy in invent. Second round for this era, we're getting real close to the end here. He's going to move here. He wants to share, which he is going to. So this is going to be 2 times 3 is 6. And this. And then, whoops, he gets this scoring tile. I don't unfortunately get anything off that, which is too bad. Should have been where I needed to be. Okay. Next is me. I really have like 2 turns left, right? So this is where I can't share an idea in that classical sense. I could share an idea here if I did this. So if I sent a diplomat, he'd get 2 points, but then I get to share an idea. And would I even be able to, I shouldn't say share, propose an idea. And then how would I actually get it to share so I could get something from that proposal? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so that is a conundrum. What I will do instead is I will do a travel action, but I only have one. Well, let's see. So I've got my guy here. So 3, so this guy could travel, which will help. I will do the travel action. All right, so in traveling, I will gain a culture, which I'll get in a second. I'm gonna move this guy here. I get to take the sage, and then I get to chain. What does that mean? That's a promo one, I think. That means gain 2 specials of your choice. Okay, well, I'm happy to do that. Now, what specialists of my choice did I think I needed? I'm not sure I really know. I'm going to be doing influence. I got a lot of influence. Let's just put 1 here and 1 here. I don't think I'm going to have the chance to get that goal. I'm going to have to fall back on something else. So it just is what it is. Okay, so I have done that. And I took the sage. And that was a chain. Now, I can also spend this. Yeah. Okay, I can spend this right here, 1 influence, this other chain, to take this once and done action and execute an invention action. And I will invent this tile right here. And that will get me a technology of my choice, which will help my goals and bonuses, etc. Okay, and then I think I am finished because I don't have any chain actions left. So we'll bring back the chain action here and the chain action here. Now, I need to select. At this point, the last turn I'm going to take is going to be moving this. So where is it going to move? Well, I can't move to any of these. So I might be able to do this or this. So in order to try to make that worth something, oh, you know what I should do? I should do this, the golden rule one, if I can, because remember, I was going to try to put down here. I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but let's do the golden rule one, where I can put it on my same, I can double up on my pillars. And then from here, is there anything that's going to help? This lets me travel anywhere. This one might be helpful. 6. So 6 says, advanced construction. When you build progress, oh, by the way, I should have done this. I wanted to do that just to have it. All right, when you build a progress, you may build a number of tiles equal to your progress tile equal to your era. That doesn't help. When you advance your Eureka, you may instead apply the effects of anyone. That doesn't help. Move your citizen to any region. Maybe this. I don't know if it's going to come into play or not, but I'll just put that out there. Okay. All right. So do I have what it takes to build any of these this round? It would cost me 2 prestige. If I want to use it, I have to build it. Well, I really don't know. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, 2 prestige. I'm going to build both of these, and that's going to be it. And I'm not going to worry about trying to get one more for the end because I'm not going to get it. So I'm going to put this out here, And that's going to cost me 1, 2, 3. I don't think I can do anything better. And I never really got the bonus, the scoring one for that, did I? Darn. So that'll cost me 3. Well, I don't have 3. Since it doesn't matter where I put it, I can put it over here and it can cost me less. So that would just be 1, 2. So that means 1 and 2. And then over here, this does matter, but I get a 1 discount. If I put it here, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be 3. I'm 1 shy, darn it. Instead of putting this over here, I can still do exactly the same cost like that. That's what I will do, so this doesn't cost me as much. And then this would be 1 down, 1 more. I get a 1 discount. There we go. All right, so I paid out all these. I've got them all in play. Okay, we'll see. I'm going to get trounced again. All right, now we go to him. He is going to want to do the influence action, which I'm already there. That's helpful. That's good because that'll get me where I really want to be. And then what's he going to do? So he's going to move his guy to the next place where he doesn't have 1, which is 2. He's going to put this down here. He gets 6 points, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that's it. He just takes the points and he brings back his citizen, but he doesn't have a citizen there, so it doesn't have to worry about it. And then he wants to chain. So he is going to invent. And the next one, they can't invent, so he can't chain. So there's nothing out there to invent. So he's finished. Okay, last turn, and then we score. So here we are going to, let's see. So first Kronos is going to move here. Kronos wants to share, can't share, so all he can do is innovate. And when he innovates, he doesn't get anything special unless I forgot, but I don't think so. Yeah, he just puts this guy there. Okay, then me, last turn. So in all honesty, the whole thing I was hoping to do is put out this guy here, which would require 4, and I only have 3. So how would I get one out there? How do I add one out there? I don't even know if you can. So my plans, they failed. So the only thing I could do is I could share first and then somehow, all right, so if I shared the ideas first, oh, but he's there, and even though I have that, it doesn't help. You can't leave it there. You can just go to a spot with. Okay, sharing ideas. Do I have a share up here? I do. Okay. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do this, which doesn't, 2 more points. Okay, and then I have to take my last guy, put him over here, and then with that, I can, because I'm traveling, no, that's, sorry, send diplomat. I can take the milestone action, which is the share. So, the whole thing was I wanted to try to get one in here, which means I have to share this guy's idea. So that means 1 and 2. He gets 3 points. And this is probably not going to be beneficial to me in the long run because he's getting more than I'm getting for sure. But at least I get this tile, which I don't think I'm going to have any chance to put down. And they're not even in the right spot, so that doesn't even help me, but whatever. Whatever. Okay, now because I shared, see, yeah. There's no way for me to chain together. What I should have done was I should have gotten the one where if you share an idea, you can do something else, but I don't have that there. So ultimately, all that did would give me some board presence that I now cannot use. Well, fiddlesticks. Yeah, because there's nothing I can do to... I took the milestone action, but that's it. Gave me a scoring tile I don't think I can play. Let's see. Nope, there's no way to play it. Well, you don't need to see me. I'm going to lose, so I'm just going to keep the move. It sucks, but there's not much else. I mean, there was. I don't know how I would have figured that out to get guys on there. That's the only way I know how to get guys on there is to bring them like that. Or some little specialty bonus thing that I don't have a way to do right now, which would be, I think, yeah, that's tile number 1, which you don't have. So, oh well. Okay, so finally his last move. He is going to also share. And where is he going to share? Well, he is going to share the idea that he's on because he has to go around. He's going to share this one. So that puts me out there. At least I get this. I don't think it's going to do me any good. I really didn't invent a lot this game. He gets 3 more points. He gets a couple of these. And then he gets this. So this is actually one of my lower scoring ones by a lot. I don't know if it was because I talked my way through it or because I focused too much on goals that were really challenging. I thought for sure I was going to be able to deal with those goals, and I failed on both of them, really. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Okay, so that was it. Then after he did the share action, he has nothing else going on. We go right to scoring. So I get 5 points for the influence spot. And then I score all my stuff. Before I score my stuff, I'll score his. So he gets 3. I'm playing on easy. He's going to get 3 points for these, 2 points for all these, and 2 points for these. So let's see, how many did he invent? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So he's going to go up 18 points. It's going to put him to 90. Then he's got 3, 6, 9, 12. He's going to go to 102. And then he's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Puts him to 124, which is right around, it's the second highest score I've played with him when he's been on easy. Now, for me, I didn't even get this out there, nor could I have afforded it. So I get, let's see. I did not get this 10 points because I didn't get 2 of any of the, all of them, so that didn't happen. Here I have only 2, I have 3 on the board, so at least that would get me the 6 slot because I have 1 in the 1, 1 in the 3, and 1 in the 5. So I'm definitely gonna do this, that's 6 points. And then do I get anything? This is about being the leader in any of these. The only one I'm the leader in is 6, and it's not even on my card, so that's a 0. But what about the unbroken chains? I have 6, nothing to 7. I have a 4 and a 2. Wow. It's awesome. Really awesome. Okay, I get 1. I don't even get a point because they're none of my chains. Yikes. Okay, do I have any of these that I've got anything? Yeah, this was a colossal mess up. Okay, well, none of those. So I only scored 1 out of my 2 cards. You're only ever scoring 2 no matter what, even though you have 4. This is definitely my lowest score by a long shot. Okay, then I get 3, 6, 9 for this bonus. 12, 15. So 15 more. 52. And I don't even have any pairs, so I can't even, or triples, so I can't even score that. So yeah, definitely my lowest scoring game, but I still enjoyed it. I still like this game a lot. You can definitely do better. I've scored in the 90s before, so I think I just focused really hard on things I shouldn't have, and but I was trying to have a plan at the beginning, and that was not the right plan. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope it helped you see what this is like, especially if you needed some help figuring out how it flowed from a solo standpoint. Thanks again for watching, and whatever you do in the future, I really hope you have a fantastic time doing it. Take it easy, everybody.